Hi, I'm Elemi from Yeyeobotanica. Welcome back. So great to see you all. Thank you for the love, the support, and sharing us with others. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're www.Yeyeo, and we're a spiritual and wellness supplier, which is why I do videos about all things spiritual. And I'm Elemi. I want to shout out all my people from Long Island, New York. Woohoo! Thank you. Welcome to our channel. If you enjoyed any of our content, please like and subscribe to our exclusive YouTube family. We love to have new people on our channel. Today, I want to speak with you and share some information with you about how do you know if it's time to have a spiritual cleanse. Some of the signs and some of the symptoms. So, let's get started. I wanted to share with you today this idea of a spiritual cleanse. If you've seen any of my videos about spiritual cleansings, I talk a little bit about that cleansings can come in many different forms, could be liquid, dry, smoke, all different ways. But today I especially wanted to share with you some of the signs and symptoms of how it's time to do a spiritual cleanse on yourself. I also have done signs and symptoms of needing to do a spiritual cleanse in your home, things like that. So today we're really going to focus on yourself. Doesn't make a difference your gender, age, any of that. Spiritual cleansings are a benefit to everyone. The other thing that I wanted to also say is that this idea of a cleanse, we oftentimes think about it's to take away something. Well, a spiritual cleanse can be to unblock yourself, to pull something to you, to banish something away, or to neutralize energy. So this word cleanse has more of a universal meaning versus just only to clean away something. So how do you know that it's time for a spiritual cleanse? I have 6 signs and symptoms that you may need a spiritual cleanse, and a sweet thing at the end. So the first thing is there's confusion. Like you feel very confused. You either may have many thoughts in your head and you can't focus on any one, or you have no thoughts in your head. And so for the people who are, oh, that's a part of my sweet thing at the end. I can't tell you now. So if you're feeling really confused, or your mind is just totally blank, no inspiration, no spark, that can be one of the symptoms. The second one is being unfocused. You start doing something, you're over here, you're over here, you're over here, and it is not a physical diagnosed ailment or not a mental ailment that you already have and it's diagnosed. We're talking about these things starting to happen and you're just all over the place. It could be also as a sign that spiritual cleansings oftentimes come about if a person also has some negative energy on them, too much evil eye, craft, and so on. But again, they still can affect you in a way where the person is unfocused, and this is changing daily. I wanted to do this, now I'm doing this, no, I'm doing that, then I think about this, and then I go, all of that, right? Then the other one is repeating things or incomplete things. So in other words, you start out a project and you're doing it over. Then you got to try to do it again. And then you try to do it again and again and again in different ways. That means that there's some block around there, right? It could be that you need to cleanse yourself with a bath. It could be doing candle work and things like that. So like this is Himalayan sea salt. This is a great one for a quick, light cleanse as an example, right? We have also a purification soap because the purification work, things that are white, I'm just going to open this really quickly. This is a white purification soap that we sell. I don't want to get too much to fall out. And this one, white medicine, is always good around clarity. And so remember, we talked about being unfocused. We talked about being confused and things like that. So that's very good for the light cleansing. We'll talk a little bit more about the harder or more heavy lifting types of cleansing, right? Something that's a bit stronger. So we talked about repeating things. The third one is your environment becomes very messy. If you are a person who you're kind of really very organized and your environment starts to get very messy, sometimes people start having insects in their space or different kinds of different types of flies, gnats, just different types of insects that you start to notice in your environment. That is a very, very strong sign of needing a cleanse, but it's also a sign for craft. So comment below if you'd like me to do a video on some of the real signs that you are under craft. And if you have not seen my spiritual curses video, definitely watch that. But there's always so much to talk about in that subject. The other one is you're not getting messages. So if you are a person, let's say your friend says, oh, I called you, I've been calling you. Oh, I didn't realize that I was getting the call. Oh, I didn't realize I was getting texts. Different things like that. Losing things. You're losing things, and things that are important, whether it be you've misplaced your wallet, your purse. We're talking about things of value repetitively. Not like me who misplaces my phone. But things that are really important. Your cards are missing, or someone or people are hijacking your account. All these different things happening too much, too often. Sign that there needs to be a spiritual cleanse. Feeling aggressive. You wake up and you feel very aggressive, you're agitated, can't seem to just relax. Someone says something to you and you're on edge, right? This is not necessarily, again, we're not talking about if you already have a diagnosed condition, you're on medication or anything like that. We're talking about, I'm normally like this and I notice this shift has come and it just continues more and more and more. And also, the next one is feeling isolated. Oh, I don't want to go out. I don't want to do anything. No, I don't want to take this offer. No, I don't want to do this. Just continuously self-isolating. And so with self-isolating, the other sweet thing that goes with that is feeling depressed. Becoming depressed over a long period of time. We're not talking again about a diagnosed condition. If you never had it last year and all of a sudden now you're depressed and depressed and depressed and depressed, that is a really good sign for a spiritual cleanse. And even if people are diagnosed, I will say that I've seen wonderful results with people who have been diagnosed with depression from doing a lot of spiritual cleansings. So spiritual cleansings can be 1 day, 2 days, 3 days if it's really strong, once a week, once a month, but it's good to do it in some type of pattern because that's where you're going to find that consistency, and that's where your guides and your aura will start to really open up more. So I hope this was helpful to get some ideas about whether or not it's a good time to have a spiritual cleanse, and definitely tell me about some of the cleanses that you've done and you've seen big results. See you next time. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.